I'm a reproductive endocrinologist, and I've been really interested in the menopause and its ill effects and helping women with those ill effects for a very long time, more than, well, just about 40 years. We had just completed a study taking women, just all women who were going to go on estrogen anyway, testing their clotting factors before and after estrogen. Well, the significance of the study is very significant about clotting, and clotting is a big issue. That's women who can get a deep vein thrombosis and maybe even throw a clot to the lung, which is very serious. So that women who clot easily, you do not want them to clot more easily, and we know estrogen does that. And we know now from this study that Femarelle doesn't do it. So that's very significant.
In the past, we have used HRT, which is extremely effective for treating the symptoms of the menopause, but also has some unwanted effects. I think of Femarelle as the next generation of preparations. It's a preparation where you can have those benefits, but also avoid the risks, the stimulation to the uterus and to the breast, which has been a problem with traditional HRT in the past. This is a product which is selective for the organs that you want to see benefits, and it avoids the risks in the organs that you want to avoid. I have many women who choose to use non-hormonal options, but many of the non-hormonal options are not particularly effective. Femarelle provided for me a choice which had all the benefits of hormones, but working in a different way. As I said earlier, minimizing the risks and maintaining the benefits. And through prescribing Femarelle to my patients, I've come to realize that the effects are actually quite significant, that they have quite severe symptoms, be they hot flushes, mood swings, difficulty sleeping, aches and pains in the joints, and that through use of Femarelle, those symptoms are significantly improved and occasionally completely disappear. And you see women's quality of life being transformed. So I believe this product has a huge amount of promise and look forward to doing further research with it in the future.
We have also done a research which was just recently published in Menopause. Our study was important, first of all, because it was demonstrating that Femarelle acts directly on the brain. This is something. Because most of the symptoms of the menopausal women, they are originating from the brain. Hot flashes are originating from the brain. Sleep disturbances are originating from the brain. Mood changes are originating from the brain. Increases in pain perception and lowering of pain threshold are originating from the brain. And in the brain, Femarelle have the same effect that estradiol had. That means they increases endogenous opioids in one side, beta endorphin, which is responsible for the rising the pain threshold and the positive effect on mood and quality of life, and also rising the endogenous neurosteroids, such allopregnanolone, which is the most potent endogenous anxiolytic substance. Then this makes clear that Femarelle is active on the same substances who change in the female brain after menopause, and then the fact that Femarelle is strongly improving quality of life, cancel the symptoms of the menopause in the women. This is clear also from the evidence arising from our experimental data. I published many years ago that estrogen are acting on the brain, and not only on the uterus, on the vagina, but are acting on the brain, and by that way they can correct menopausal symptoms, which are normally brain symptoms. I've tried Femarelle. When I've started trying Femarelle in the same experimental model, I had some doubts. I was not convinced that we will have positive results. But the results went out absolutely exactly to the same of estrogen. Then this is the reason why I strongly believe on that capacity.
The reason I love to do studies is it's one thing to read somebody else's study and say, oh, this is good information, and it's very different to have your own patient and see her own response and feel good about it. So I do feel good about Femarelle, and I actually feel good about Secure. I mean, that's another issue. And I went and saw the factory. I saw how they made it. I saw how they handled everything. And my husband came with me. He's the medical director at PepsiCo in the and all over the world. And he's very good at looking at factories. And we both felt very good about that. So it is a combination of a good feeling as well as the science.